CBS News projects Republicans have won a majority of the House of Representatives.
Tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
It's unlikely that it was fired from Russia.
Today's top 3 headlines. Republicans narrowly win back the House. Republicans have secured the 218 seats needed for a majority in the lower chamber of Congress a week after the midterm elections.
If they win, I should get all the credit, and if they lose, I should not be blamed at all.
Kevin McCarthy, the Republicans' leader in the House, celebrated the result. But Democrats will retain control of the upper chamber, the Senate. The new Congress will convene in January. The Republican Party is now projected to win between 218 to 223 seats in the 435-seat House, according to CBS. But with votes in several cliffhanger races still being counted, their majority may not be clear for days or even weeks. Former President Donald Trump announces a White House bid for 2024.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Former President Donald Trump, aiming to become only the second commander-in-chief ever elected to 2 non-consecutive terms, announced Tuesday night that he will seek the Republican presidential nomination in 2024. Surrounded by allies, advisors, and conservative influencers, Trump delivered a relatively subdued speech, rife with spurious and exaggerated claims about his 4 years in office.
Taking on the most corrupt forces and entrenched interests imaginable, our country is in a horrible state. We're in grave trouble.
Trump's paperwork establishing his candidacy landed with the Federal Election Committee shortly before he delivered his announcement at Mar-a-Lago.
President Biden says the missile was not fired by Russia. President Biden says it is unlikely that the missile was fired from Russia, but the G7 statement contradicts Biden. This has led to outrage on social media where people have started questioning who launched the strikes in Poland, with some suggesting Ukraine fired Russian missiles to force NATO into action. This comes after missiles struck a Polish city last night as the G7 leaders are holding emergency crisis talks. President Zelensky removes Russia from the G20 as he refers to it as the G19. President Zelensky said, "I am convinced now is the time when the Russian destructive war must and can be stopped." He outlined a number of strategies, including ensuring nuclear and food safety, ending of hostilities, and prevention of further escalation. He repeatedly addressed the leaders as the G19, excluding Russia. Russia is a G20 member, but President Putin is not in Bali, sending his foreign minister Sergei Lavrov instead. Mr. Zelensky also accused Russia of trying to turn the cold into a weapon against millions of people by bombing key Ukrainian energy infrastructure as winter approaches.